Beau DeMayo.
Beau been out here, man. Beau been using one of these. Hey, let me tell you something.
Talk to me about this Beau DeMayo situation, because obviously I've seen some of the tweets, but I feel like I'm not fully informed in what all he's been saying. I've just seen like little bits and pieces.
Well, so he has been very engaged with a lot of other disgruntled fans on Twitter. Mm-hmm. He has been echoing a lot of the sentiments that Rob Liefeld has been saying about Marvel and their care and their attention towards creators and creatives within their own umbrella, and also the actual creators of the IP that they're now stewarding. He's said a lot that's kind of like pulled back the veil, and I think a lot of this that he's saying could have been assumed. So there is a bit of like, oh, well, damn, like that makes sense now. Like, oh, okay, well that lines up with what we already thought.
It's either providing context or confirming some of the things that we thought.
Well, and so it's like it still is a one-sided account, right? Like it's still just his side of things. But I think hearing it from a person who's been in the trenches, number one, and not just anybody who's been in the trenches, but somebody who was successful at bringing a product that we all liked. You know, again, caveats and criticisms aside, overall, it was an enjoyable product. And at a time where not much coming out of that studio was enjoyable. That was one of the things that stuck out to me about what he wanted to say, right? That Kevin Feige apparently was butthurt.
Right.
That everybody was loving X-Men 97.
And pointed to it as the one shining moment.
Yeah, like, oh man, the rest of this shit's been shit compared to this X-Men 97. Because, I mean, again, if we're taking Beau's account from it, they fought him tooth and nail on everything. They wanted to scrap a lot of the key details that he even got to push through. You know, it does put it in a certain perspective, right? I still, to this day, have my criticisms of some of the things that happened in X-Men 97. But just to hear that, like, even Jean and Scott calling themselves Red and Slim as like nicknames to each other was something that almost caused a melee. Like not literally physically, but like caused an uproar, kerfuffle. Like, oh, the comic book stuff, ew, stop doing that. This is a comic. What is happening? This is X-Men, the revival of the 1997 cartoon. Right. And somebody who's either collaborating with Beau or in charge of Beau is finger wagging him about comic book lore, about comic book accuracy, as if it is something to be shunned. So like criticisms still there, withstanding. It could have been so much worse. Yeah. Right? It could have been such a far cry from not just what we got, but what we would have anticipated from a follow-up to that series. And so that, in comparison or in combination with the fact that he's upset that people are enjoying a product that your name is all over, take the credit, bro.
Right.
Imagine being mad that you're getting a dub. In the middle of getting your ass kicked, you're mad that you're getting a dub because you weren't intrinsically involved in it. Like, you weren't the driving force of what made it good. As a studio head. Now, this is some type of shit that we criticize James Gunn about a lot. So we got to turn it back on Kevin Feige. Like, so you mean in the middle of Phase 5, right? When nothing was good, movies and TV shows included, everything was shit. You got to win like X-Men 97 and you're mad because you think it's showing you up? You're the head of the studio, bro. Everything that comes out of there is responsible for you. Everything that comes out of there, you take a dub for. That's what you've been doing for years. That's already the business model. So why would this change? And so now here when Beau come out, he's saying, well, listen, man, I'm a black man, and this, that, and the third. This is how they treat black men, and then this, that, you know. Yeah. It makes sense to me. I just wish maybe he had that attitude walking in the door, then maybe it wouldn't have caught him so off guard, and then maybe some certain things in X-Men 97 could have been a little bit louder, as in Bishop's role in the fucking series. But again, we're putting the criticisms to the side, right? Because he's still a black man, right? And regardless of what I see when I see Beau DeMayo, I know for sure what Disney sees. Yeah. And it's just another one of these. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
One is the same, all the same.
Beau DeMayo, I did see in some of his tweets, he did pride himself on the comic book knowledge, on obviously knowledge of the source material. The fact that he was probably one of the only directors that they had at the time that knew the source material to that level is glaring to me at that level. Because, like, all of the directors that they bring on should have some knowledge of the source material. And maybe that's why X-Men was one of the best.
That's not how
things.
they operate in it. That's what you think, because we think the conventional wisdom is people who know the stories will do the best in film. And whether we like it or not, that had just clearly has not been the process. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, even having the Russos and Marcus and McFeely in there, right, is it maybe just end up being a coincidence that those guys actually care about comic books.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't seem to be a criteria. I mean, look at some of the latest directors that they've tapped to run their stuff. We've had Chloe Zhao's. We've had Nia DaCosta. No disrespect to Nia DaCosta, but she's not, a comic book director, a comic book movie director, an action thriller type director. At least not yet. Jeff Loveness with Quantum Mania. They brought Sam Raimi back for Multiverse of Madness. Obviously, they still got Coogler.
Taika.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you giving a shit about comic books is not really a prerequisite of you getting a job. Also, you look at Kevin Feige's, not his protege, his mentor, Bryan Singer. Famously, don't bring the fucking X-Men comics on the set. Multiple X-Men actors have told us about Singer's aversion to actually reading the source material and making those movies. And how did at least 50% of the X-Men universe under Singer play out? How'd it go?
You know what the biggest problem with that is? The desired target audience here are people who read the comics and want to see that in movie form.
I said this a couple weeks ago. They want to take this vehicle and tell their whatever stories to try and earn that artsy, ritzy crowd that turns their nose down at them, earn their respect. That's what this is about for Kevin Feige, at least is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to win an Oscar with an MCU film just to rub it in all you folks' faces, which nobody over here gives a fuck about. No. We don't care about that. No. I don't give a fuck about that. This shit could win a VMA, and I don't give a damn.
Yeah. Yeah, validation for the MCU is not an Oscar. It's
film. We want good comic book movies. Like, there was a time when comic book movies were made exclusively for comic book fans, and then only comic book fans saw them. Right now, people got their ass kicked for watching them and got called all type of names, and it was very niche. But the content was what it was, and it was honorable to the source. Right? Like, it wasn't the most popular thing in the world, but you had something that paid the respect to you, paying your dollar towards it, buying merchandise of it. Right? That's what built these giants in the first place. At some point, when the conglomerates got their hands over it, it became, how do we make the most money out of all of it? How do we bring the most people into it? Right? Like, the audience that exists for it is not big enough. We're not making enough money. We got to make even more money. So how do we get these people that don't give a shit about this to care about it? And then it got less and less about what you actually showed up for in the first place, and more about how to sell you something. And quite honestly, like, the truth is that for a lot of this stuff in the MCU, let's just stay here. Like, we don't have to talk about superheroes in general. Like, just in the MCU, it's broken. It's broken. The fact that we started the MCU with Bruce Banner and Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, and now Bruce Banner is an addition to Spider-Man's movie. We're a side plot in Spider-Man. That's how we end up here. It's like there's no scaling of heroes anymore in the MCU. You can have a character like Doctor Strange, who's supposed to be the Sorcerer Supreme, right? He protects our realms. So that means anything mythological, or excuse me, not mythological. Well, I guess anything supernatural is what I was looking for. Anything supernatural going on in this realm, I'm investigating it. I'm in charge of this realm. I'm the protector of this realm. Right? I had the time stone, damn it. Okay? anything magical or otherwise going on here, interdimensional, I'm that guy. Okay? Except Wanda shit a pocket universe in the suburbs, and homeboy was asleep. You know why? Because Kevin Feige all of a sudden hates white guys. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I can't fucking tell. From your lineup last year, your lineup this year, I can't tell you hate white men. This is how we end up here.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, the glaring problem is the fact that they're not tying back to the wants and needs of the fan base. But there are other problems. There's storytelling problems. There's wanting to tell the stories of certain minorities and women. I don't want to say this W word, but that. There's multiple problems with Marvel, but that's one of the
I don't think they actually wanted to tell their stories. I think they wanted to throw out
sell the stories.
Faux representation to try and like
money.
flywheel you into the MCU.
Facts.
Like, ooh, look, we got young girls. Come on, young girls. Ooh, we got middle-aged women. Come on.
Hey, black people, we got one of those.
Hey, blacks, want to be sad? We know you like that type of content.
Oh, man.
We got Coogler. Y'all like Coogler?
Y'all like Coogler.
No, y'all ain't got Coogler at the house. We got that real Coogler. We got that.
Y'all wouldn't seen Sinners.
Got that grade A Coogler.